everyone, welcome back. I am so happy that you're joining me for this video. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca and I share with you planning content on a weekly basis. So if that is something that you'd like to see more of, please consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. But in today's video, I want to share with you a detailed flip of my A6 Stalogy. So I have been using a Stalogy for a couple of months, and I did do a first impressions video, and I will link it below. I got it because I kept seeing everyone's beautiful Stalogy spreads, but I was a little apprehensive because I've never been in a book-bound planner, and the paper is also very different from what I'm used to using. So I was a little apprehensive. But I have to say I have fallen in love with the book-bound planning system, and the paper is just to die for. But I'm going to share with you a full flip and talk to you a little bit about my thoughts and what I've learned, what I've liked, what I don't like, and so on. Okay, so let's start off with the binder cover. So this is an A6 Apunto from Gillio in the color Croco Matte, and I have tucked in here the Stalogy, and the Stalogy notebook I picked up on Amazon. It is a 365 notebook in the size A6. Okay, so first, these are the pockets. I don't have anything in this pocket. Here I just keep for decoration a little journaling card that says make it simple but significant from Paper Panda. The sticky notes are also from Paper Panda, and then I keep here just a few of the stickers that I always go to, also from Paper Panda. I do have PR codes with Paper Panda and Papery Planning, which are these stickers here. So I will link those codes in the description box below. But then the stickers that you'll see are 99% from Paper Panda and Papery Planning, and then I recently started using stickers from Minty Paper Studio, which I absolutely adore, and I will share her Etsy shop in the description box below as well. So I just have here a few more stickers, and then in the back I keep my dot stickers from Sweet Caress, my dewdrop stickers, and a few of the mini stickers from Papery Planning. And then here in the back pocket, I keep my most used word scripts. So these are custom, also from Papery Planning. I did do a recent video on my Papery Planning purchase and why I love her shop. So also if you want to check it out, that should be the video right below this one. Okay, so I keep the stickers here. And that's it. It's very, very minimal the way that I decorate my pockets. Okay, so we get into the planner. I have a dashboard from Evie Mill Inc. and these are freebies on her Instagram account, and then this is one from EO Edits. And I just have it clipped with an ollie clip, and here in the back I clipped the card that came in one of my Elmont Paper Co. purchases with all the holidays. And that is the front cover. I have tipped these in, so I have used tape, and I have just taped the edge here, and that's how I get the vellum or any decorative dashboard to stay in the Stalogy because it is a book bound. And then here I just have family birthdays, and then we get into my dailies. So I do use the Stalogy as a daily notebook. I don't daily plan anymore in my regular planner. I have just set aside the A6 Stalogy to be a daily planner. And one of the reasons why I did that is because I wanted to have, I wanted to have them all together, like archived, and I thought that this style, this system would work really great, and I wanted them to be small because when I do leave the house, this is what I take. I am using right now a B6 Wonderland, and I don't take this out. So this one stays on my desk, but this is the planner that has everything in it. And then if I need to daily plan, I do it here. Okay, so first I started off in May, towards the end of May, and I had been inspired by several people on Instagram, so I did go ahead and try out a few different styles of layouts, and I'll share with you a little bit about why they worked, why they didn't work, and so on. But first of all, I started off with a goals page. I quickly realized that that wasn't working because I would not refer to this page. I always would refer to my weekly, monthly, and yearly planner for my goals. So I switched that up. But then we get into the first daily, and this spread I did a very similar spread to what I've been used to doing. So the schedule on the left side and then to-dos and notes on the right side, and it works great. This is one of my go-to styles of daily planning, because if you're not familiar, this is what the blank pages look like. So it's a very soft gray grid. So you need to design your layout or just write stuff down. So I tried this one and I really liked it. And then I tried this one and I like it, but it just doesn't work for me. I don't, I'm not a horizontal planner like this. I have started to do something similar, but I don't know, these were not one of my favorites, and that was okay. So I did experiment a lot at the beginning, and that was part of the, one of the things that I said to myself, I'm like, I am not gonna be terrified by the fact that it is a book bound planner and I can't just tear the page out if I want to. If I mess up, I'm just going to keep going and just experiment and see what works and what doesn't work. And now, a couple of months in, I can tell you that I already know what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so next, this is one of my favorite ones. So I was trying to do something kind of like decorative planning, journaling, and I used a couple of my scrapbooking paper, but I didn't want this to become something that I would spend too much time on. I want it to be something that I could use in the morning, 5-10 minutes max, just to write down my things and get going. Because even if this looks simple, this took me a long time because I had to think about the layering and all that, and I get very into this because it's fun for me. So I knew that this was not gonna work for an everyday type of spread. So then I went back to very minimal, just bunk one sticker on the corner and called it a day. So this was the end of March. I started at the end of it. And then here is April. So this is my first full month using this as a daily planner. I have added some of the dashboards from my Etsy shop, and I printed them on vellum just to kind of separate the beginning of a new month. And I've added stickers from Papery Planning, and these sticky tabs are from Paper Panda, and also the little labels at the top. So that's how I'm labeling the months in the planner. So here I did just like a regular list of events that we had going on that week, but that month, but that doesn't work because then I am adding the same thing that I have here already. So I didn't want to be writing stuff twice. I don't need to have it here, so I didn't do that in May. Okay, so this is one of my favorite spreads. I love this spread because it has a schedule section. I do like to plan by the hour for the most part. And then I added a top 3 to do, and then just a note to self section with some quotes, or I like to add verses from a song or Bible verses. And I really, really like this layout. This is one of my favorites. So I also wanted to try different ones so I could have go-to layouts and not overthink it. So this is definitely one of those. And then this one too. I absolutely love this layout. So I took 2 stickers, AM and PM, and broke my schedule down like that. And then a running to-do list, and again with quotes. I love adding quotes in my pages. And then here I did the same thing with just some different types of stickers, to do AM, to do PM, and a noted section, and this is also one of my go-to layouts. Okay, so here I tried to do not a day on a page because the previous ones I was doing one day on a page, and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can squeeze 2 days. And in my head, this looked better than what it came out. I don't like it because it looks too cluttered for me. So even though these 4 days are, you know, completed, like the pages are filled, I can still see the things. I don't look at these and get overwhelmed when that it's too cluttered. These layouts, I do. I did not like them at all. I absolutely loved the stickers and the way that I layered them, but just for functionality and I don't know, I didn't like it. So I'm not doing this again. So you know, here you see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. It didn't work. And I tried something different. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can add like a box here with my meals, and that did not work because I also track our dinners in my weekly. So again, I did not want to complicate myself with having to write things in 2 different places. So this, as soon as I wrote down Monday, I remember I'm like, nope, this is not gonna work. And I did the same thing. I did the columns too cluttered. I did not like it at all. So then I went back to very simple, 1 day on a page, and I would do my top 3 things here, a running to do, and then things that I needed to buy this day. Same thing here, to do AM, to do PM. So I just break it down depending on the mood or what I feel like doing. I break it down by the morning and the afternoon, or just a running to-do list and priorities, as you can see here. So here I tried to decorate, I decorated the bottom, which was fine. I liked it because I was able to see the things that I had to get done at the top without it being too cluttered. And I did here, you know, one on top of the other, and here I did a horizontal one. And then here, so this is something, these are the type of spreads that I lean more towards when it comes to, you know, the daily planning in my Stalogy. I like having top 3 or priorities, and then I like having a to-do list and my schedule. So you'll see from now on that that's kind of when I realized, I'm like, okay, this is what I like, this is what works for me, and that's it. We're gonna stick to what, you know, works. And then here I wanted to use some of the little icons that came in the PR freebies, so I just used them to label the things that I had to do that day. And then here, same thing, priorities and to-dos. And then we get into May. So May was not as busy as April because we finished our homeschooling. And I had family in town, so I really didn't reach for this planner a lot. And that was the month that I actually started using the Wonderland 222. So this is the layout that I'm using right now. May was the month that I started using this, and I was able to do a lot of daily planning in the hourly section and here in the grid. So I didn't find myself grabbing my A6 that much, but I do, you know, I started thinking, I'm like, maybe I don't need it. Maybe I can just use one planner. But I quickly realized my family is gone, so you know, I need to get back on my schedule. I quickly realized, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that I need to daily plan. It's just something when I'm overwhelmed or I feel like I have a ton of things to do, just grabbing my weekly and putting it down on a separate piece of paper and just mapping out my day brings me a lot of peace. So definitely, I know that, you know, I am a 2-system planner, weekly, monthly on one side, and then definitely a daily type of planning here in the Stalogy. So this is another layout. And here, this was, so up until now, I've only been using it to daily plan. But this day was the day that I was getting ready for Nico's birthday party. So I was out and about, and I used these sections for notes, like shopping lists, and then I got a ton of ideas for summer ideas to do with the kids, so I just wrote it down, and that's when those functional stickers come in handy, the ones that I have here tucked back. So I just grabbed a little note sticker and started writing, and that's it. So I really liked I like having the freedom to daily plan, add a few stickers, or just use it as regular note paper. And then here, another spread. This was very, very very simple, just a little dot, lined sticker, and a running to-do list and a quote. That's it. So really, like, I don't think that when you see a blank page, don't get overwhelmed. Just keep it simple, keep it functional, and do what works for you. Try different things out, and then, once you're using it more and more like a blank notebook, you'll realize what spreads work best for you. Same thing here. I just had a few things to do, but I needed to write them down just because I was a little bit overwhelmed. So I just wrote a quote and then just my to-do lists for AM and PM. And then this one was for a weekend. Same thing, I added a little bit of stickers. My priority, to do AM, to do PM, and then these are the last two for the month of May. So this is how I've been daily planning. You kind of see that I've stuck to a certain layout towards the end, which is what works. I don't want to be spending a lot of time on this in the morning when I set up my daily. So I wanted to make sure that I picked 2, 3, 4 spreads that are my go-to spreads and stuck to those. So this is June, the little vellum, and just a page. I'm not sure what I'm gonna use these pages for, like the one right after, maybe a quote or something, but for now they're just gonna stay empty, and I'm gonna start planning June here. So this is the flip of my Stalogy. I hope I shared with you some layouts that can be, helpful for you if you do use a blank notebook to plan. And again, less is more sometimes, and especially when you have a blank canvas, don't overthink it. Just start putting pen to paper. Okay, you guys, well, if you have any questions or anything to comment, do it below. I would love to chat with you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video so you don't miss the next one. Have a wonderful week. Bye. Stay safe and healthy.